All right, this is the beginning of another great episode of the Unriverati Show. At this point in time, this is being filmed in September 2022. Recently, I have there's been some difficulties with some electronic things. Uh, my tablet, uh, my phone, difficulty with that. Uh, I obtained a new phone. Um, and the tablet got ruined. Something accidentally got on the tablet. To be precise, beer got on the tablet. It was a faulty can. There's some cans that whatever drink it is, but there's some cans that are faulty. It leaks. The can leaks, and at the time, it's not revealed itself, so to speak. It looks okay, it's obtained, and then a little while later, it leaks. That's what happens. So, at any rate, some of those difficulties, and because of that, I have not been able to, like I usually do, been able to meet my video obligations on some stations. But however, I'm continually great whether I'm filming or not, whether I'm in front of the camera or not. And I'm back on the few stations that I was off for 2 weeks, another point in place, 3 weeks. And there have been, I know, a lot of fans on various stations. As I said, it's just a few stations. They say in Florida, they almost petitioned. I mean, they fans of mine called the TV station I'm on, and they said, "Where's the legendary Faulkner?" And they used to see my greatness every week. Another network, another station. I should say, not only a channel but a network is there. One of the places I'm on, MNN, terrific network, and I was told from someone from MNN that they're going to be leaving their 59th Street street place, the 59th Street place. Unfortunately, they're going to be leaving that. I was there many times. As I said, 59th Street, and they're going to be going down to. I seem to recall a person said, I'm not sure, 38th Street. I do visit from time to time New York City. As I said, I'm back. I wasn't off the network. Just as I explained, there's some difficulties with some video things. And but hey, at this point in time, as I also said, it's September 2022, and I'm great every filming every day, so on and so forth. Um, well, I mean, it is incredible to be incredible because I am incredible, and there are some that put forth that kind of question to me. They say, Elijah Reefer Faulkner, what is it like to be great? What is that like? And I explain as best as I can that they would understand. And I'll present such a I'll present the response at this point in time. I tell them that it's great to be great. It's incredible to be incredible. It's a thinking of just knowing that there, there's multiple talents involved. That I walk down a lousy street or go into a crummy room, and there's a knowledge to know right from the beginning, right from the beginning that I am great, right from the beginning, super abounding confidence. That's not all that's involved. However, that's some of what's involved with what it's like to be incredible, what it's like to be great. One of the things that I've had difficulty with about the I talked about the some equipment. One of the other things I've had difficulty with is Yahoo. Yahoo Mail. Um, they're they're the measures that they have put into place to help keep someone's email secure is it, it's silly. It's wrong because when one is locked out of their account, that when one is kept out of their email account, usually it's because of the password could not be retrieved, and they make it very difficult. Yahoo Mail does to for someone, as I said, to get back into their email account. Unfortunately, that's happened to me. Um, I obtained a new email, and however, I'm continually attempting to get back into my old email. And the new email, although I promote my Twitter page, I promote Instagram page. Also, I'm at this point in time, I've been kept out of my own Instagram account. Um, Password seems to be uh, misplaced. It's written down and can't find it. But the but I never talk about. I never promote my email. However, uh, this time around, this time around, I'm going to say my email, funeral cemetery at yahoo.com. And even though Yahoo, their policies are not good in terms of these high measurements that they keep someone email account secure. It's good that they want to uh, that they want to keep those out of someone's email. It shouldn't be in their email account. However, they make it so difficult to get back into one's own account. Um, so even though Yahoo Mail is incompetent about that particular thing, nevertheless, I began a new Yahoo email. And another thing about Yahoo, they have a premium support line. In other words, it's about money, cost. So for a certain, they have different levels, but nevertheless, they're going to charge to help charge someone financially to get back in their email, and that's not good. That's well, that's pretty pathetic. Yeah, it's pathetic. Um, those are the things I have against Yahoo. Um, in the past, it's been a while back, um, way back that way. I complained about greedy phone companies about about 2 or 3 years ago on the show, on an episode of um, this great TV show, my TV show, The River Roddy Show. Um, I complained about some of the things, the greed of some phone companies. Verizon Wireless is greedy. They're very greedy, and that's why I parted ways with them 3 years ago because of their greed. And they're very greedy, as I said, and they use some underhanded tactics in which to proffer or to pull or to profit to obtain more money. Uh, they're terrible, terrible, absolutely terrible. I'm serious. They're terrible. I mean, that's my trademark laugh. However, usually, however, a lot of times when I do the trademark laugh, um, what I'm talking about is serious. So, like I said, I'm totally serious. Verizon Wireless is they are a mess. Well, as usual, I've been well, well, I've been I've been wondering as I wander. I'm going to present a poem next news episode. I didn't have time for this taping, for this filming to write a poem. Uh, hmm. But as many fans know, I am a great poet. Writing my great poems, and at some point in time, I'm going to put together a book, have a book published of
That's
mine,
great.
the Legend Rayford Faulkner's poems. Um, Talked about promotion, like I talked about said my email. Uh, I always promote my Instagram page, um, my Twitter page, my Twitter page, my name on Twitter, my username is at the very end on there. Um, well, at this point in time, I'm continually trying to get back into my Instagram account, which you can see great photos on there. Once in a while, be a video because the videos on there are quick, like quick for some users. I mean, there's certain users who have um, that are uh, celebrities that have 2-3 minutes on there of different content. Nevertheless, my username on Instagram is eccentric great. That I am on both points. I'm eccentric and I'm great. And blogger.com, I put blogs out on that, which is similar to tweets. Of course, the difference is the blogs are longer. Now, I'm saying that in general terms, and for me, that holds true. That's correct as well because for me, um, my blogs are long, and some blogs are longer than other blogs. They're not all the same length. Nevertheless, like I said, I'm on blogger.com. History Maker is my name on there, and Grave as well. I got another one on there. Grave. Um, so be going to those sites. Be sure to do that. I'm on a few other websites. Um, I'm the tough. Well, I am tough, but I am a star that, and I'm glad I did mention, I did say this before. I did say, talk on this in the past. I'm a great star that is tough enough to walk down the most roughest, toughest streets, any place. And I wear my fashion, my style. I've shown before, I do have great hair. Sometimes I walk down the street without the bag. A lot of times I walk with the bag. And wait a minute. Okay. No. I walk down the street with my bag. Sometimes I don't. A lot of times I do walk places with my bag, but times I don't. But regularly handsome, multi-talented, and as I said, I can walk into a boardroom meeting, can listen to some ideals, present some ideals, converse with those that are intelligent and successful, and then leave there and then go to another place, go to the other side of a lousy city, to go to another side, lousy side of a town, and then walk the 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 the, the lousy, the muck and mire, the gruff streets in style, of course. And uh, usually there's no confrontation because I'm rough enough to do that. Then talk to, and then at that particular point in time, talk to those that are not successful. To talk to those that are not successful in lousy life. To talk to those that are not some of those souls in that particular place in which I'm describing are not intelligent. And I can communicate about just whatever pathetic, petty things they're bringing up. No, nothing small things. Ah, stop! Now, some may say, legendary for Faulkner, but how can you understand what they're saying? How can you relate? Because even though I am stylish, regularly handsome, multi talented, I spent a lot of time on the lousy, mean streets. And as I said, I walk some mean streets. So I've dealt with that kind of stuff before. So it's kind of like here's a here's a here's a quick analogy. It's like being in the building and going to one side of the room and looking at a window, and then going to the other side of that same room and looking out another set of window, another set window. See, that's what it's what, what that's like. Well, I could well, I do. I do talk about a wide range of topics. Um, I don't. I don't like politics. From time to time, I do talk about politics, and the those that are they're gearing up, that are trying to run for presidential bids for being president of North America. it doesn't seem to me, and I don't care, but it doesn't seem, however, it doesn't seem to me to be any charismatic contenders, so to speak. Any charismatic, you know, candidates. And, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Um, there, there are those um, various places like Florida that have spoken out of turn. That have said some things that, well, it's not. It's not a confusing issue. Some of what's been stated, but again, certain candidates are um, are racist and wrong. And politics, as I said, is something I don't talk about too often because it's all a sham. It's nothing. It's about one of the candidates. It's about one of the candidates. All those candidates, whether and even not just presidential, but it could be for a mayor, it could be for any other political position. It's all about money. It's all about them putting themselves on how can I say this? It's about money. It's about them wanting to be idolized, uh, looked up to, things like that. Yeah. They don't care about the voters that vote for them. Of course, they're going to say that they do. Of course, they're going to say that they're going to make improvements in certain things. But uh, it's all misleading. Why, it's all a lie. And some fans, they send me questions on Twitter by way of DM. That's a direct message. Um, and they send me questions also on another site, but a question, and I do this sometimes on an episode. I'll read the questions. I have my personal assistant write down the questions from the internet, and and then I'll pick the ones that I want to address. But as but before earlier before this taping, I happened to, because I don't read them. I mean, my personal assistant reads them. But I happened to see one myself about a religious stance. It's the the question was, they've noticed that my my stance on God of Heaven has changed. Yeah, it has, and yet I continually have an open mind about that particular subject. Um, I don't doubt that there was a God of heaven and Satan and heaven and hell. I don't doubt that. Um, the, what I have been doubting or pondering is, do those things continually exist? And yeah, so that's what I say. Of course, there are those on that particular subject matter that are total atheists. There are those they don't believe at all. Um, they believe it never existed and never it does continually doesn't. That's what they believe, and of course, the as Gnostics are it's somewhere in the middle territory. Uh, they're unsure. You know, they could be a believer. They could not be. I mean, they could go the way of being a believer in God of heaven, or they can go the other way about being an atheist. So they were in the middle. Um, it's 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 unfortunately the it's unfortunately so that church is a business. Um, they've, they've turned into a business. It's been one, but for some, it's much more lucrative, uh, much more. They obtain more money than others. Those that work in the church, there are bills to pay even at a church. I mean, the electricity and then those that work for the church, um, there's salary doled out or paid out to them. Um, and of course, there's the the donations and um, the tithing, which uh, is has been said that is to be used for uh, getting things to improve of the church, that particular church, whatever denomination. Buying, um, just getting some repairs done on the building, or getting the plumbing done, things like that. When there's a plumbing problem, things of that nature. Pastors, they pull in a salary, and of course, uh, a lot of pastors in whatever place, whatever places, they have a modest salary. And then, of course, there are those that are very successful as a preacher, pastor. They they're wealthy. You know, they they're wealthy, and uh, and they sell products, you know, books and CDs and DVDs, um, and for those that are pure false, that are pure false, that have the pretend miracles, where they wave their hand and go touch, and then the whole roll of persons fall, or they bring someone up on the platform, I should say stage, but platform, um, that claims that they were cured, and then some uh, say they were cured right there, like right at that time. They're helped up on the platform. They helped up on a platform, and then they're in a wheelchair for a number of years, and then just like that, some pastor again. These are not they're not genuine. I mean, they are pastors, but they're not genuine at what they're doing. And they say some words of healing, and they put their hand on their head, and things like of that nature, and then they command them. They say walk, and now that's fake. And numbskulls as well, um, like I'm chuckling because I shouldn't even be mentioning anyone by name to provide for them any kind of a more notoriety, more knowledge of who they are. But in the past, there was nothings in the past that started wars against me on the internet so that their name could be something, because they knew I'm something already, and they wanted to be someone of importance. And so the way they uh, got their name on the internet is by having a war with me, and they're nothing. But um, that stuff was happening several years ago. The reason I say that is because if I can talk about a nobody, I used to talk about no one now and then. Several years ago, I talked about whoever started some mess with me, whoever the pile of feces was. I would mention him by name because I was in the internet rivalry, a war. Yeah. And so if I can do that, I can talk about someone that that already has a name, but it's a name of sham and scam, like an imbecile, like Peter Popoff. He uh, he doesn't sell it; he'll send it. It's there's a scheme behind it. He gets someone's mailing address, and then afterwards uh, he'll send stuff about buying his products. But what his scam is to initiate that is he sends this lousy miracle spring water. He don't sell it, rather he hands it or sends it with no cost to someone. But what happens is, like I said, once he obtains someone's mailing address and um, number and whatnot, email, he'll send them stuff to buy his stuff, and that water comes out of a faucet. There's no miracle spring water. That's it's a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's a bunch of crap. Well, there's no such thing as miracle spring water. Well, that's enough. That's enough of that. Uh, oh, well, I'm going to be. Oh, let's see. When I'm going to be headed to New York City in. I'm planning. I think media representative. Come here.
Yeah,
Come. Step over here.
yeah.
Is there something?
November.
Oh, yeah, November. I'll be going to New York City again, um, and planning on going some places that I haven't been to before, um, like certain parts of Florida, uh, maybe even California. And I know there's certain part of Los Angeles, California, that's referred to as Tent City. There are some things there that are a mess. I mean, it's a mess, literally and figuratively. It's a mess. Um, Persons are there's blocks. I forgot how many blocks, but there's a few blocks of persons are just all in tents. They're sleeping out under around the tent in the tent. Um, Persons are there's all kind of things going on there. Yeah, um, they go to the restroom right where they live. I mean, like literally, right around each other. All kind of drug deals happening, and needles are popping off. All kind of needles are being used and around, and other sorts of drugs, and yeah, it's a mess. I don't I don't want to. I don't want to have any problems in that kind of situation. Um, and of course, there's other parts of California, um, and everywhere, not just California, but any town, any city, they try to stamp out. Certain persons in political and outside the political realm, they try to stamp out those without uh, they're what I call our in between places. I don't like the term homeless. I I don't like that term. When I describe that particular thing, or I'm talking about it to someone, um, I say the term in between places, and of course it means the same thing, but eh, it's it's in between places. It's just what it is. And yeah, as I said, they try to get rid of that wherever whatever place they try to uh, just get rid of it. They're not solving the problem. They're just covering it up, and they're also just trying to eradicate or erase, get rid of the problem in their particular where they stay in the area, neighborhood they're in, the business they own, or someone owns or co-owns or manages or whatever, whatever it may be. They just want certain persons to just go, and they and it's the old lousy way of where someone Where are those in that uh, kind of situation going to go to? Where are they going to go to? They want it to be someone else's problem, another neighborhood's problem. And each neighborhood, a lot of neighborhoods, they do the same thing that the previous neighborhood did. They say, "Oh, get them out, get them out," and they don't know where. And for those um, that are saying missions, and a lot of missions are overcrowded, especially because of the pandemic. Um, that's it made it even worse, the situation. So they can't even have you know they're overrun. Yeah, they're overfull. And yeah, the whole thing's a mess. And hey, you over there, you're right there by the table there. You should be watching me more than you are. See, I know the spirits that tell me things. They've revealed things to me. Some things I knew, some things I didn't. But as I said, I'm talking to you right over there that you're watching me, but you're not watching closely. So come on, get closer to the TV. Come on, get closer. All right. You usually pay attention to every word I say, but however, at this particular time, you're focused on something else. So whatever you're focused in on, doesn't matter what it is. Put it to the side. Put it away. Uh, Put it away until you finish watching me. And uh, you, you over there. You right there. You're right there. Now you're watching me on your computer, and you're doing the same thing. You're not watching. You're not. It's not full um, attention. I mean, everywhere I go, I don't seek attention. It's like that. It's like that old saying. It's an old saying that when whoever is saying it says, "Whenever I walk into the room, all the eyes are on me." That kind of thing. But that's about me too. I mean, every street I go, I mean, every place, room I go into, all eyes are on me. I don't seek attention. This is natural. This is how I exist. Um, Unusual, bizarre, strange, eccentric, great. And so as you watch, pay full attention on there in the computer. There's other stuff I could say, but I'm not going to hand over any more time about that particular subject, about what persons are doing or watching. They're not watching that close or the full attention sort of thing, and all the other, and then the mess they're that's going on in their apartment. Not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not spend. No, I'm not talking about that at all. Well, maybe just a little. you know. what you're doing. You know, if your friends and your coworkers knew what you were up to, um, they would lose respect for you. They wouldn't like you anymore. They would not. They would not invite you to places. They would cut you off. They'll put you right out of their little existence. But as I said, I'm not going to talk about that. Oh no, look, it's time. Now I say everything I say like quotes, things that I've said, that I've made up, that are genius, that are um, uh, just brilliant. That it is, it's brilliant. Everything that I say, all the sayings that I say are copyrighted. That's right. I sent a certain payment to the copyright office in Washington D.C. Sure did. Um, but one of the sayings I say is sometimes time doesn't walk; it runs. Life is just a waiting room for death. See, that's just two of several brilliant sayings that are copyrighted, like I said. Now, the reason that I, Legendary Faulkner, have brung time up is because time is, it's decreasing. Is just a few more minutes for this week's episode. It's a new episode, another great episode of the Unriver Variety Show, my great TV show, and whether they're new episodes or they're recent episodes or they're reruns from years ago, either one of those ways, any one of those ways, the episode is great. As I said, for this week, this episode is almost going to. Oh no, is that right? Uh oh. Oh well, you saw that. You saw that camera fella. The battery is getting low. So for this week, the episode will uh, reach a conclusion. Um, we'll go to a conclusion for this week. Reaching in. However, ever how? However, watch next week. Another great episode of the Unreal Variety Show. Um, on this channel, whatever network, station. Now, 2022, at this point in time of taping, September, it was, but I have continued my great TV show, this great TV show, the Unreal Variety Show, for 20 years. You heard correctly. Yeah. For 20 years, since 2002, that's when I created this show. And for 20 years, I've continued with this great show on several stations, even at times that I was put off a station due to controversy, because I am also the king of controversy. Um, so 20 years is a long time, and was a teenager then, and so therefore I want to be talking much more about it. I'm going to, at this point in time, I'm in the process of putting together some sort of an event to be um, well, let's see. I guess somewhere in lousy Albany, New York, I guess. But nevertheless, I'm going to talk more about this 20 years of the Unrivaled Variety Show and greatness of that. And some fans, I've mentioned this before, and recently got some congratulations from some fans. All right, watch next week. Another great episode of this great TV show. The Unrivaled Variety Show. No, you're supposed to. Oh, you're supposed to stomp it there, camera operator. But nevertheless, that's all right. That's all right. There's another, I can, 2 minutes. That's all right. I mean, through the years, I've had the same terrific camera operator, and at times he's made some mistakes, and it's that's natural. It happens. He's made some mistakes, and sometimes things didn't go as was planned. Now, some fans have asked me, "Is my show scripted?" No, it's not. No, it's not scripted. I film and say what I say, talk about different things. Um, and as fans have noticed, a lot of fans have noticed, it's there's no skits, no skits, there's no, like other shows, and that's all right. Other shows, have their their skits, their various segments and all that. That's all right, and some don't, and I'm one of the ones that don't. And but I'll talk more about that and other stuff. All right, this is another great episode. Another great episode of The Unrivaled Variety Show.